Welcome to a journey into one of the most intriguing aspects of Freemasonry, the 33rd degree. This degree, often surrounded by an aura of secrecy and exclusivity, serves as a pinnacle in the Masonic hierarchy, reserved for a select few. Today, we'll look into what makes the 33rd degree so fascinating, starting from the very foundation of Freemasonry itself to the historical roots of this esteemed level. Freemasonry is structured in a layered format, with various degrees of initiation and knowledge. At its base, the organization begins with what is known as the Blue Lodge, which includes the first 3 degrees: Entered Apprentice, Fellow Craft, and Master Mason. As one ascends beyond these initial stages, the degrees become more complex and symbolic. The journey through Masonic degrees is not just a path of increasing knowledge, but also one of personal development. Each degree incorporates more elaborate rituals and deeper understanding of Masonic philosophy. The progression from one degree to the next is a reflection of a member's growth within the fraternity, each step intended to provide insights not only into Masonic tradition, but also into personal and spiritual enrichment. The Scottish Rite is one of the well-known paths a Mason can take beyond the Blue Lodge, where the degrees continue from the 4th to the 32nd. Each of these degrees explores different aspects of moral philosophy and sacred duty. But it is the 33rd degree that is often seen as the ultimate goal for those in the Scottish Rite, known officially as the Sovereign Grand Inspector General. This degree is not just a continuation, but a culmination of all the lessons and teachings of the preceding degrees. It is here that the teachings reach their zenith, intended for those who have shown exceptional fidelity and dedication to the fraternity's principles. The 33rd degree of Freemasonry was established as part of the Scottish Rite in the early 19th century. Its origins are closely tied to the formation of this rite, which structured many of the higher degrees into a cohesive system. The development of the Scottish Rite, and consequently the 33rd degree, was influenced by a desire to create a more elaborate and unified system of Masonic rituals and teachings. Key figures in the history of Freemasonry played pivotal roles in shaping the 33rd degree. These individuals, motivated by a vision of a more profound and structured Masonic experience, crafted the rituals and doctrines that would define this high degree. Their work was not merely administrative, but deeply philosophical, reflecting a comprehensive understanding of Masonic lore and an ambition to guide the fraternity towards greater spiritual and moral heights. The establishment of the 33rd degree marked a significant moment in Masonic history, symbolizing the completion of the Masonic journey and the embodiment of its highest ideals. This degree was designed to be exclusive, reserved for those who had not only mastered the teachings of the lower degrees, but who had also demonstrated significant leadership and commitment to the Masonic principles. The historical significance of the 33rd degree is not just in its rituals or teachings, but in what it represents about the evolution of Freemasonry as a whole. It reflects a maturity in Masonic thought and practice, symbolizing a pinnacle of achievement that continues to inspire members of the fraternity to strive for excellence and integrity in all aspects of their lives. Achieving the 33rd degree is not merely a matter of time or simple progression through the Masonic ranks. The criteria for being considered for this high honor are stringent, reflecting the degree's status within the fraternity. Candidates for the 33rd degree are typically chosen based on their exceptional service, moral integrity, and deep commitment to the ideals of Freemasonry. Eligibility begins with having reached the 32nd degree within the Scottish Rite, which itself is no small feat, requiring years of dedication and learning. However, reaching the 32nd degree does not automatically entitle one to elevation to the 33rd. The distinction of the 33rd degree is offered by invitation only, and such invitations are extended rarely and thoughtfully. The selection process is conducted with a high level of confidentiality. Nominations are often made by existing members of the 33rd degree, who look for individuals demonstrating leadership qualities and a profound understanding of Masonic principles in action. These nominees are then vetted through a series of evaluations, sometimes spanning several years, to ensure that only the most deserving are adorned with this prestigious honor. The number 33 itself holds significant symbolic weight within and beyond Masonic circles. In many cultures, the number is associated with certain spiritual and mystical connotations. Within Christianity, for example, Jesus Christ was believed to be 33 years old at the time of his crucifixion, a pivotal moment in Christian theology. Similarly, in numerology, the number 33 is often regarded as a master number, symbolizing a high spiritual consciousness and alignment with divine will. In Freemasonry, the symbolism of 33 is multifaceted. It represents the culmination of the Scottish Rite's system of degrees, symbolizing a long journey towards spiritual enlightenment and moral perfection. This numerical symbolism is not arbitrary, but is reflective of the degree's purpose, to bring about a transformation in its recipients, aligning them closer to their highest ethical and spiritual potentials. The connection between the number 33 and the teachings of the 33rd degree is also seen in the rigor and complexity of its curriculum. The teachings at this level are designed to challenge and expand one's understanding of Masonic principles, encouraging a synthesis of all the lessons learned in the earlier degrees. This integrative process is symbolic of reaching a peak in Masonic practice, where knowledge and virtue are fully realized and embodied. The teachings of the 33rd degree are considered the zenith of Masonic education, reserved for those who have demonstrated unparalleled commitment and understanding of the fraternity's values. While the specific content of these teachings is kept confidential, their general intent is not a secret. They aim to refine the individual's moral and ethical compass and to strengthen their dedication to the service of humanity. This educational process is reflective of the Masonic ideal of continuous personal improvement, a principle that each member is expected to carry forward in their daily lives. The 33rd degree also focuses on leadership, as those who reach this degree are often involved in guiding lower degrees and contributing to the governance of the fraternity. The teachings therefore include advanced concepts of leadership and governance, emphasizing wisdom, compassion, and fairness. These are not just traits to be admired, but are expected to be actively embodied and practiced by the degree holders. The rituals and ceremonies of the 33rd degree are as elaborate and secretive as they are significant. These rituals are designed to symbolize the passage through a final threshold of Masonic knowledge and responsibility. They are deeply symbolic, often drawing on the rich tapestry of symbols and allegories that Masonry has used throughout its history. Participants in these ceremonies might find themselves involved in reenactments of historical or mythological narratives, each chosen for their moral teachings and the virtues they exemplify. The rituals are structured to create a profound experience that both enlightens and challenges the participants, urging them towards deeper self-reflection and personal growth. The impact of these ceremonies on the participants is profound. They are not just passive observances, but participatory milestones that mark a transformation in Mason's journey. The rituals are designed to leave a lasting impression, one that reinforces the gravity and honor of attaining the 33rd degree. They serve as both a capstone to the Masonic journey and as a continuous reminder of the responsibilities that come with such high distinction. The influence wielded by members of the 33rd degree extends well beyond the confines of Masonic lodges. Historically, many members of this degree have occupied positions of significant authority and influence, contributing to various societal sectors such as politics, business, and philanthropy. While the presence of 33rd degree Masons in such roles has often been a point of intrigue and speculation, it underscores the leadership qualities that the degree cultivates. These Masons are expected to act as stewards of the principles they have learned, applying their ethical insights and leadership skills in ways that positively impact their communities and beyond. The ethos of Freemasonry promotes a kind of leadership that is principled and service-oriented, which is particularly emphasized in the teachings of the 33rd degree. Members are encouraged to lead by example, fostering environments of integrity and trust wherever they serve. The societal impact of the 33rd degree can also be seen in the philanthropic endeavors supported by its members. Many Masonic organizations, guided by high-ranking Masons, undertake significant charitable activities, from funding educational scholarships to supporting public health initiatives. Despite, or perhaps because of, its secretive nature, the 33rd degree is often surrounded by myths and misconceptions. One common myth is that all Masons aspire to and eventually reach the 33rd degree, which is not the case. This degree is not a standard progression but a distinct honor awarded to a few, emphasizing its exclusivity and the exceptional qualities required of its candidates. Another frequent misconception is that the 33rd degree imparts mystical powers or secretive worldly control. Such ideas are the fabrications of popular culture and conspiracy theories rather than reflections of Masonic reality. It's also important to clarify that while the 33rd degree is an elite accolade within Freemasonry, it does not create a divide within the fraternity. Instead, it serves as an aspirational peak, exemplifying the virtues and responsibilities that all Masons strive to embody in their Masonic journey and beyond. In the contemporary landscape of Freemasonry, the 33rd degree maintains its stature as a symbol of ultimate achievement and commitment. This degree's relevance in modern times can be seen in its continuing role as a beacon of leadership and ethical standards within the fraternity. Today's 33rd degree Masons are often involved in adapting the timeless teachings of Freemasonry to the challenges of the modern world. This involves not only preserving the historical traditions of the order, but also ensuring that its teachings remain relevant to new generations of Masons. The degree's modern relevance is also highlighted by its role in fostering dialogue and understanding among various cultural and political backgrounds within the fraternity. The global presence of Freemasonry means that 33rd degree Masons often come from diverse backgrounds, bringing with them unique perspectives that enrich the Masonic tradition. This diversity fosters a broader understanding and acceptance of different cultures and ideas within the order, aligning with the Masonic ideals of brotherhood and mutual respect. As we conclude our exploration of the 33rd degree of Freemasonry, we reflect on the profound depth and enduring allure of this prestigious accolade. From its rigorous selection criteria and symbolic teachings to its significant societal influence and modern-day relevance, the 33rd degree exemplifies the highest ideals of Freemasonry. This journey through the hidden meanings and public impacts of the 33rd degree underscores the importance of understanding such institutions, not just for their members, but for anyone interested in the interplay between historical traditions and contemporary societal values. While Freemasonry continues to evolve, the 33rd degree remains a powerful testament to the lasting relevance of its core principles in promoting a more enlightened and cohesive world. In closing, we invite you to reflect on the values discussed today. Whether you are a Mason or simply a curious observer, the principles of integrity, service, and leadership are universal. They challenge us to consider how we too might strive for excellence in our pursuits and contribute positively to the fabric of our communities. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening exploration into one of Freemasonry's most esteemed levels.